Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I want to share something with you guys that I've been sharing with quite a few of my patients here at the Acupuncture is My Life clinic in New York City recently. And that's a few simple things that you can do every morning to lower your blood pressure. Because there are individuals waking up, they're checking their blood pressure, finding that it's a bit high, check it a few hours later, it's still high, and they're concerned. And never knew that an acupuncturist could give them some recommendations on what they can do outside of acupuncture every morning to lower their blood pressure. Because you have to keep in mind, high blood pressure, it doesn't come with warning signs. So the only way you'll know, no, I won't say the only way, but the more common way to know if you have high blood pressure is to check your blood pressure. But then you have those that can check, that feel their pulse, they'll feel their heart racing, or whatever, and those are indicators as well, among others. Now, I want you to understand that if your high blood pressure is left unchecked, whereas let's say you're not seeing an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits, it can damage different parts of your body. And this can include your heart, your arteries, your kidneys, your brains, your eyes, and much more. So this is always part reason why I'm saying over and over, make acupuncture part of your life. And this is along with seeing your primary care physician for your annual checkups. And if you have questions for your physician, you ask them. But there are certain things that you can do every morning when you wake up. Because when you wake up, that's when your pressure, your blood pressure begins to rise. Actually begins to rise even before you wake up. So it's really good to start this first thing in the morning. Because many individuals are unaware that it's morning time, the hours of yang, the early hours of yang, where yin is transforming into yang. When cardiac events like stroke and heart attack are more likely to happen. Because as, let's say after midnight, when now you start to get yang slowly blending in with yin as yin is transforming into yang. Because when it comes to yin and yang, it's about balance. So during the day hours from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., those are the hours of yang, which represents a lot of your energy. And then from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., the hours of yin for the most part, where you're resting, relaxing, rejuvenating, whereas yin begins to prepare to nourish yang for the next day. So you see now, as you're transforming into those yang hours, that's usually your blood pressure is going up, and that's usually when strokes and heart attacks occur the most. Make acupuncture a part of your life, guys, because there's so much you'll learn from it. And it's good to know ways and attain habits that can lower your blood pressure, especially if you've been diagnosed with hypertension or high blood pressure. And the first thing is to limit your caffeine. Or better yet, drink decaffeinated teas and no coffee. I don't want to hear anything about decaffeinated coffee. No coffee. I know it's news you don't want to hear. But coffee raises your blood pressure. Let's get rid of the caffeine. Let's get rid of coffee as your morning stimulant to get you going. Because if you were making regular visits to an acupuncturist, you wouldn't need any type of stimulant in the morning to get you going. But coffee is definitely going to spike your blood pressure. Or any type of caffeinated drink. Okay? And that's one of the steps that you can take. So if you have a history of heart problems or high blood pressure or hypertension, caffeine can be your biggest enemy, or one of. All right, because it's all about health being wealth. That's where your wealth is. It's not in your wallet, your purse, or your pocket. The wealth is in you. That's where it is. It's not in any type of bank account, whether it be checking or savings or any type of retirement or money market mutual or crypto account. No, it's in you. It's not under your mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. The wealth is in you. So, and now that you know that, the other thing you want to do is you want to eat a balanced breakfast in the morning. Skipping breakfast is bad. From the hours of 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. are the heightened hours of the two most powerful organs, internal organs in the body, to an acupuncturist. And that's the stomach and spleen. And it's important that you eat breakfast between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Because your stomach and spleen, to an acupuncturist, is responsible for producing all postnatal or afterbirth chi and blood for the body, which is super important. So you don't want to skip breakfast. And then along with it not just being about when you eat between the hours of 7 a.m. and 11 a.m., but it's also what you eat, because you want to eat quality food. You know, self-made fruit smoothies, some grains, water, herbal teas. It's very important that you eat quality foods between those hours. It's best for those powerful organs. You want to consume nuts that are rich in omega-3s, various types of healthy fats. You want your fruits, like, let's say, kiwi, banana, oranges. These types of fruits can lower your blood pressure, you know. Fruits and nuts, you can't go wrong. You know what else? You want to look to skip sugar. Leave that white sugar alone. Don't indulge in donuts or various types of pastries or cereals loaded with sugar. These ultra processed foods, things that are loaded with high fructose corn syrup. Because eating high fructose corn syrup as an ingredient of what you're consuming, it can affect the pathways in your body that's related to the hormone called aldosterone. I'm sorry about that. And also the peptide endothelin. Because aldosterone and the peptide endothelin both help regulate blood pressure. Okay? And also consuming large amounts of sugar is associated with plaque buildup in your arteries, which is called atherosclerosis. So it leads to stiffer arteries, which then elevates blood pressure. So you want to consume natural sugars that's found in fruits and vegetables, because they, for the most part, are required. You know, nature required us to consume those types of sugars, not 5-pound bags of white sugar. No. Or things that are given alternative names. No. Fruits and vegetables. You want your sweets? Get it from that. Get it from that. All right? You know what? At the same time, you know what I want you to do? If you're exercising in the gym right now, put the weights down. If you're lifting something heavy, whatever it is, whether you're moving furniture or you're at work, rest it down for a second. Or if you're operating a vehicle with wings or propellers, land it at the nearest airport. If your vehicle has wheels on it, pull over to the side of the road. And if you're crossing the street, I need you to hurry up and safely get across the street. You know why? Because now I need you to close your eyes and I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Now another thing that can lower your blood pressure first thing in the morning is exercising. Now, some people will say, yo, but when I work out, I've noticed that working out gets my heart pumping, so it temporarily raises my blood pressure. Yes, it does. But exercise is a great way to support healthy blood pressure overall. And if you exercise, some say 3 days a week, I say at least 5. Go for 5. It's a great way to help lower blood pressure in the long term. You can't go wrong with exercise. Just don't overdo it. Everything in moderation. Too much of anything is no good. And another thing that helps is if you can get up a few minutes earlier or just adjust the time that you go to bed to give you like 15 minutes in the morning or whatever, meditation. Getting your body to relax, especially at the beginning of the day. It can have such a positive effect on your blood pressure levels. It really can. You want to try mindfulness-based meditation, which has been known to reduce systolic as well as diastolic blood pressure. And I'll leave you with one more recommendation in ways to lower your blood pressure in the morning. If you find an acupuncturist office that's open right before work, go see an acupuncturist and make acupuncture a part of your life, okay? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?